The first two girls that I ever slept with is both on the first date. Girls are more predictable than you think. If you just press the right buttons at the right time, they'll do anything for you. So, in this video, I'm gonna teach you the 4-step protocol on how to get a girl so into you that she forgets her own rules. The 4-step protocol that I'm gonna teach today is the ATDC method. First of all, the A. A stands for attraction. So how do you attract a girl? First of all, you gotta meet her. You gotta meet her before you attract her, right? Everyone knows that. So how do you actually meet girls? Because most guys, including me a few months ago, have like so little girls. And what's the problem with that? The problem is if you only have a few girls in your life, like 2 of your colleagues and a few of your classmates or something like that, like you will treat every single one of them so importantly, and girls don't want you to treat them like they're the queen or something. They want you to treat them with an abundance mindset. So you gotta have an abundance of girls. Then how do you start having an abundance of girls? Is to approach them. So the method is this: you gotta approach 2 girls every single day. Or if you just started, you don't have to approach girls. You can start by approaching men. Most guys, when they just started, they'll just approach the 10 out of 10 directly. And what would that do? Like, of course you get rejected. You have no social skills and you're attracting like the hardest girl to get. And of course you get rejected. So you gotta start training your social skills. You gotta start by, okay, I start approaching this old dude, which seems like he wouldn't hurt me. And then I start approaching young dudes, like people who are the same age as me, and then slowly I get used to that. I start approaching like older women, and then I start approaching like not that attractive women, and then finally I start approaching the girls, which I will be scared of like 5 months ago. Like, you don't just directly walk up to the 10 out of 10 and start like talking to her, because of course you're gonna fumble and like fuck your words up. So you gotta approach 2 people every single day, no matter what. If you have a little bit of self-respect, you wouldn't go home until you approach 2 people that day. You'll be standing outside, and then the bare minimum you should do is like going to a 7-Eleven and ask the clerk, hey, is there a discount on any of these items or something like that. Like, just approach any 2 people. Like, train your social skills up. This is the main thing that you gotta focus on. If you skip this step and you want to learn the rest of the tips that I'm gonna give you, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Okay, so if you promise me from now on you approach 2 people every single day, you can keep watching the video. If you don't wanna do that, then there's no point in watching the rest of the video. Even if I give you the best tips, it's not gonna help you. So now I'm gonna teach you the tips. So the first one is first impression. If you go up to a woman, you gotta look great. When a girl sees you and then she sees you as someone who's super fat, super out of shape, and then your hair is not groomed, your hair is like all over the places like this, and there's like hair like all over the place, and then you didn't shave, or maybe you have a beard and then you didn't groom it, and then you're like, you didn't even clean your like your eyes, and then your nose, there's like hair all over. Like, of course the girls is gonna think that you're a like fucking homeless guy. So the first impression is super important. If you look super great, then you walk up to a girl, even if you say something stupid, she'll still think that you're hot, you know? So, like the basic things. First, you go to a barber, you try to find a hairstyle that suits you, and then you try to go to the gym, you train your body, you look like fucking jacked and shit. And then you go to a clothing shop and then you buy clothes that fits you. Not clothes that are like super baggy and or like super tight or something like that. Like, try to keep your clothes fit your body shape, and then like try to clear up your acne. Like, you don't need to go online and then search for the best eyelid shape and then like try to pull your eyes out and then like, oh, this method will make my eyes like bigger or something. That's not needed, you know? Like, just stick to the basics. Try to make yourself look clean, well groomed, and like stylish. That's basically it, you know? So when you walk up to a girl, what do you actually say? Like, I'm gonna tell you the best line that ever existed, which is whatever is in your mind. Basically just a whatever is in your mind. There's no best line that I can say that a girl would just automatically like fall in love with me. There's no such line. Like, if you see a girl that's really pretty and then you want to attract her, like, basically just go up there and then say, hey, I think you're really attractive. Like, that's what you say. You don't make up some excuse like, do you know where the fucking Starbucks is? Like, that, just get straight to the point. Why? Because you gotta know one thing, like the 55, 38, and 7% law. So what is this? Basically, only 7% of a conversation is what you say. Like, it's like the words that I'm saying. Then 38% is your tonality. Is your voice high or is your voice low? Is your voice super loud or is it super quiet? Do you talk like this, like nobody can hear you, or do you speak super loud like you're shouting? Like, this is your tonality. You can sound like you're really happy or cheerful, you're happy to see her, or you can speak like you're a fucking idiot who's like homeless and who want to like ask her for money or some shit like that. So 38% is your tonality, and then 55% is your body language. Do you walk up there like you're confident, your hands are open, you look like you're somebody, your confidence, your posture is great, or are you all curled up and then you go up there and then you're scared of getting rejected and then you just walk up there like this, like closed body language? After you know this rule, you'll know that your body language and your tonality is what attracts a girl. It's not like what line you say. That's why I tell you to go and approach 2 girls a day, because there's no shortcut. There's no shortcut to approach a girl. There's no shortcut. So you gotta go and approach 2 people every single day. So you train your body language. You know how to talk with a tonality that people really engages in your conversation. I can't just say something to you that you can instantly like change your body language and become like super confident. That's just not a thing. Okay, so go up and approach a woman and you go into a conversation with her. Basically, if you two have a really nice conversation, you can add her Instagram and then try to ask her out the next time. But if you don't have a really great interaction, you're talking to her and she's really not receptive, she's like and then trying to walk away from you, then you know she's not a great fit for you. Like, she just doesn't want your Instagram and she doesn't want to talk with you. So there's no point in adding her Instagram, because if you couldn't get a good interaction in person, then it's really like 100 times harder to like get her to talk online. Okay, after you add her Instagram, now we go to T, which stands for text. When we speak of texting, I must tell you the Instagram game. Like, basically, Instagram is this platform that everybody uses. But you gotta know a thing. Like, Instagram, you can fake everything. You can fake everything. It's the internet. You can do anything you want. If you want to fake yourself in real person, it's really hard. But on Instagram, you can basically post any photo you want. I don't care if you want to buy fans. I don't care if you want to buy a blue check mark. I don't care if you just walk up to a random Lamborghini that's just parked there and then you take a photo like pretending you own a Lamborghini. Or do you want to like Photoshop apps on yourself? Basically, just try to make your Instagram cool. Make yourself look like a celebrity. Most girls are internet addicts. Most girls are on Instagram. Like, you can just imagine the dude who has a blue check mark with 5,000 followers and a Lamborghini in his photos. Like, he just looked like in a video game he's with a level 100 armor and then he has like 2nd place in the leaderboard. Like, girls would admire your Instagram. Like, just like your younger self would admire that person 2nd place on the leaderboard or something like that. So you gotta make your Instagram look good. Like, basically my whole Instagram, I'm gonna be real. My whole Instagram is fake. I don't have Lamborghinis. I'm fucking 18. I'm fucking 18. I wouldn't have a Lamborghini. What did I do? I go to a car rental and then I basically tell my friends to take a photo of me while I'm in a suit. Like, I don't own Lamborghinis. And then if you have this Instagram, basically girls will talk to you more. So this is a great tip. So if you don't know how to create an Instagram or how to attract girls, basically I have a paid course that will get you from a virgin who knows nothing about dating to a 10 out of 10 fucking Playboy chat or something like that. So if you're interested, it's the first link in the description. Okay, so how do you actually text a girl? Like, before anyone taught me how to text, I text like a fucking idiot. I text her all day, all fucking day. I'll double text her and then triple text her. Hey, what are you doing now? And then she'll not reply. And then I'll send a message again. Hey, are you there? And then she'll not reply. And then after a few hours, I'll be like, are you there? And then she will not reply again. And then I'll be super panicked and then my whole mental health is fucked. So how to actually text a girl? Texting is really simple. Let me teach you how to text. First, you try to text as less as fucking possible. Like, just get to the fucking point. So why does this work? Because texting is a really bad way of communicating. Just like I said in the 55-38 7% rule. Texting is only the 7%. They don't know your body language, they don't know your tonality. So there's only 7% of the communication, and it's really easy to get ignored on text, you know. So when you text, you only get straight to the point. If you want to get her out, just text her, hey, do you want to go out sometime? I don't talk about stupid shit like what are you doing now? Like you don't even care what she's doing now. What you care is you want to get her out for a date. So what do you ask? Do you want to go on a date? And are you free this Sunday? Or maybe at most is like ask something that is relevant to the date. For example, what's your favorite food? Because if you know her favorite food, if she says sushi, then you can just book a sushi restaurant. But don't just talk about something that's irrelevant. Don't talk about, hey, how many sisters you have. Like you don't even give a fuck. You don't even give a fuck. You talk about these things right in person. You don't talk about these things like online, you know? So texting is basically just to invite her out. Basically, you gotta give her 3 chances. You invite her out 3 times. The first time you text her, hey, you wanna go to a sushi restaurant? She says no. And then you try second time, hey, are you free this Sunday? She says no. And then you try the 3rd time. Maybe the 2nd time you can just ignore her, because like if she rejects you 2 times, then you basically have no chance. But sometimes I'll go the 3rd time, like I'll give her another chance, because I'm fucking generous, you know. I'll text her, hey, you got time this Sunday? She says no. Then what do? You basically just delete her from your Instagram. Never try again. Like maybe you can try again in like 1 to 2 years, but there's basically no point in doing that. If you approach 2 girls a day, you'll get so much more girls, and then you'll basically ignore or forgot that girl. So this is a texting game. Next up, we go to D, which stands for the first date. So I'm gonna tell you the first date plan that can get a girl directly to sleep with me the same night. So how do I actually do that? First of all, you invite her to the gym. Always invite her to the gym. If she doesn't go to the gym, like there's basically no point in dating this girl, you know? Like just think about it. If you have a friend that doesn't go to the gym at all, would you even respect him? Like no. Then why would you want to sleep with a girl who doesn't even go to the gym? So if she doesn't go to the gym, then like just stop talking to her, you know? So first you invite her to the gym. Why? Because the gym allows physical touch. Basically you can like correct her form. When she's doing like lat pull downs like this, you can like touch her shoulder and touch her like biceps. Like okay, you should try to move like this way instead of like this. Like it will feel better if you like move like this. And like try to keep your shoulders down and don't use force with your shoulder. Like you can just correct her even if you don't know what you're saying, you know? Like just basically tell her what looks right. Like, hey, I think your shoulder is like using power, like try to soften it down and then touch her shoulder. This just breaks the physical touch. Because when you're with a girl, it's really hard to get the first physical touch. It will be super weird. You couldn't just randomly touch a girl. Like it will be super weird. If you randomly just touch me to get it, I'll be like, damn, why did you touch me? But if you're in the gym, you say, hey, try to move this like this way. It will be super normal. So first, this is how you break the touch barrier. And then I'm gonna teach you a trick, which is the hand on the back trick. So when you're walking together, because when you're in the gym, you gotta move to places. Like you wouldn't do the same sets of motions like 20 sets, you know? So you'll go from the lat pull down to the seated row. So when you walk there, basically you put your hand on her back, your fingers, just your fingers. You put your fingers on her back. Imagine this is her back. Put it like this. Don't use your whole hand on her back. Just your fingers. Like put it on her back. And then basically, if you're turning somewhere, you put your fingers on her back and then you turn her this way. And then you let go. So basically, you get even more physical touch in, but while not feeling weird. Because if you just put your whole hand on her, she'll be like, why are you touching me? But if you just put your fingers on her, she'll think that, oh, he's just moving me somewhere. He's just telling me where to go and he doesn't really want to touch me. She's not being weird. And then slowly, you'll go for like 3 or 4 machines. You'll take her here and then take her there, and then you'll put your hands on her there and then turn there and then turn here. So basically, after you did the 3rd hand on the back trick, you basically put your hand on her shoulder. So you progressively overload. Just like in the gym, you progressive overload the weight. You progressive overload your physical touch. So at first you put your fingers on the back, and then you put your whole hand on the back, and then you put your hand on her shoulder. And then slowly you can work your way up onto your hand on her waist. And then maybe if you work your way even more, you can go down a little, you know. So just progressive overload your physical touch. Okay, so after you did 3 to 4 motions in the gym, basically you can just change location. Why do we change location? Because psychologically, we determine how close we are with someone with how many places we went with them, and not how much time we spend with them. So if you take a girl from this place to this place to this place to this place to this place, she'll think that, oh damn, we have so many shared memories because we went to so many places together. So she will think that you guys are really, really close. But actually you only met her for the first date. So now I'm gonna switch locations. Now you switch location to a cafe. In a cafe, I prefer to sit across each other because now I can look at her face. I don't really like to sit beside a girl because when I sit beside a girl, I gotta look at her like this, and then my neck will be sore. And then some girls are autistic. They'll basically just stare into the blankness in front of them. Basically they'll sit there while you're here looking at her. It's just super weird, you know. But some guys like sitting beside each other because it allows physical touch more. But I think you can get physical touch even sitting across each other. Just make sure the table is not too big. If she sits too far and you couldn't even reach her hand, then that's too fucking far. But most cafes has round tables that are this big. So basically that's not really big of a problem. I can see her face. So now you keep doing your physical progressive overload. You can play with her hand, just grab her hand and then just look at her fingers. Oh damn, you got nice fingernails. Where you did this? And then maybe if most gym girls, they'll have this on your hand, callus, something. They'll have this rough thing on their hand, and then you can just basically touch that, and then you can say, hey, I thought girls would all wear gloves in the gym or something like that. So basically just play with her hand, and then slowly you can hold her hand, just hold it, and then just say your hands feels really warm or something like that. Just keep progressive overloading your physical touch. And then you'll talk to each other, right? Basically you can just say whatever, just whatever is on your mind, share some stories, but try to talk as less as possible, because most guys just talk too much. Most guys just brag about their, oh, I got this fucking car, and girls just don't care about your fucking cars, you know. They don't really care about your stuff. If you can say as less as possible, she gotta imagine you as much as possible, because if you don't tell her what job you're doing, basically she's gotta imagine all these scenarios, damn, what does he actually do? How did he get that car? Is he a drug dealer? Is he selling cars? Is he selling insurance? What do he actually do? Man, I don't think he's that lame. I think he's actually someone who's a businessman or something like that, because normal people couldn't be driving that car. So she'll think about all these scenarios, and every scenario would be better than you stating your actual job. Oh, I'm a boss and I control people. that sounds so fucking lame. So basically try to talk as less as possible. Okay, so here's a little trick, compliment her more. You can randomly, when she's talking some bullshit, you can just say, hey, I think you're really beautiful. I did this last time I had a date. The girls is talking about, oh, I'm dreaming about, yesterday I dreamed about this thing and it's super cool, and I don't care about her dream. And then I just sit here staring at her, and then she's like, hey, are you listening to me? And I'm just keep staring at her. Do you know you look super fucking beautiful? And then she'll blush and look away, and then she'll say, stop, just listen to what I'm saying. And I'll repeat it again. You know you look super beautiful, right? If I'm saying this to you, it'll seem super fucking cringe. I know it's fucking cringe. But if you're actually with a girl and you say this, she'll be super happy, you know? Just imagine when you're sitting across your date, and then she just say, hey, you're super handsome. You'll feel fucking great, you know? Every date I go to, I at least say this line, you're beautiful. like at least 20 times, at least. Sometimes I just keep saying it, and then they'll say like, this is the 25th time you ever said I'm beautiful, and I'll say yeah, because you're super beautiful, and then they'll like blush and look away again. Yeah, it's just super fun. So after you said that, you keep escalating your physical touch. Maybe you touch her hand already, you already hold her hand, and then slowly you touch her forearm, her neck, and then her face. Like basically touch her face and say, hey, you look super beautiful. Like just keep escalating, and at any point, if she doesn't like it, like she'll just basically like move away a little. So if you hold a girl's hand, like you hold your date's hand, and then she basically doesn't want to hold your hand, she'll like take it away a little. Don't get butthurt. Don't get butthurt. Like you gotta make it like a game. Like you wanna hold her hand, but she doesn't let you hold it. That doesn't mean that forever she wouldn't hold your hand at the rest of the date. Just imagine she said, okay, I'll hold your hand in the future, but not now. I'm not prepared yet. So if she doesn't hold your hand, like basically just laugh a little and then like take a coffee and then drink a sip and then start doing it again. Like touch her hand, like look at her fingernails or something like that. And then slowly you hold her hand again. Like some guys would just get butthurt. Some guys would just think, oh damn, why do you not hold my hand? Like it's so fucking cringe, you know? Don't ask a girl why you don't hold it. Why she doesn't hold your hand? Why? Because when you ask a girl, why do you not hold my hand? She'll start thinking about actual reasons to reject you from holding her hand. Like, you know, she'll think about, oh damn, we only came out for the first date and you wanna hold my hand? No, I'm not gonna let you hold my hand. So after you ask her why you not hold my hand, she'll just think about all these fucking reasons to reject you. And then next time you hold her hand, she'll just say like, hey, we're only on the first date. So you don't want that, you know? So just don't say anything. Like just laugh a little, like do your own stuff. Don't get butthurt. So slowly you hold her hand, you do all those physical escalations, and then next up is like the kiss, you know? You try to kiss her. What do? It's basically the same thing. But I have a little tip that you can do. Like basically you look at her eyes. And then you look a little bit down to her lips and then back to her eyes. This way she'll know that you want to kiss her. And then you put your hand on her face and then pull her in a little. Like some guys, when they want to do the first kiss, they'll lean forward and then do that. But it's just fucking cringe because people are looking, and if you just lean forward and then you want to kiss her and then she doesn't kiss you, like she pulls away, like it'll be fucking cringe, you know? But if you pull her in and then you lean forward a little, this way she can like pull away, and then you can just laugh a little and then it doesn't matter. Like it's the same thing. Don't get butthurt if she don't fucking kiss you, okay? Remember this. So the same process you might have to like repeat a few times, because most of the time the girl is not gonna kiss you the first time you try. You gotta like try it more times. Like you try, you pull her in and then she like looks away. Like basically just laugh a little and then keep touching her hand, keep escalating, like slowly escalate up to the point of the kiss. Like just touch her hand and all that stuff, and then you go in again, pull her face over, and then you lean in, and then maybe she turned away again. Then what do? The same thing, repeat it again, hand, like the whole thing, the neck, and then like touch her hair and then all that stuff, and then like do it again. And this time she might actually kiss you, you know? So basically just repeat it more times. And after the more physical escalations, basically you just move to the next location. Every location you want to keep it at like 45 minutes to like an hour and a half max. This way you can just move to more places. So next up, I like to go to a dinner, and like basically just go to a fancy restaurant that's like dark and there's like drinks there, because drinks would let a girl's guard down. Like you can just imagine it, like when you drink too much you feel a little bit dizzy. Like of course don't get a girl too drunk, that's not gentleman behavior. You don't want to like carry a girl home while she's like unconscious and then you did that thing to her. Like what we want is a girlfriend. We want the girl to come back. You don't want to do the thing that makes you happy once and then she never comes back again. Like, and then that will get you in trouble, you know? So keep her conscious. So you can let her drink a little. And for me, I don't drink. So what do I say? I say I'm driving. So she'll be drinking and I'll be fully conscious. I just don't like the feeling of getting drunk. But if you like it, then sure. When I'm drunk, I couldn't really think clearly, so that's kind of stupid. So I just don't drink. But if you like to drink, you can drink a little with the girl and then it'll be more normal or something. And then try to make this restaurant as close to your house as possible, because you don't want to drive an hour just to get your girl with you home, you know? It's like kind of stupid. Try to locate a restaurant that's like dark themed, like because dark is more romantic, you know? And then you order some drinks for the girl or maybe yourself, and then basically you just keep escalating physically. Maybe you can get more kisses in, maybe you can just try to keep escalating. And then after you finish your food, you can basically take her back home. I think 3 to 4 locations is enough. You don't need like too much. Okay, now this brings us to step 4, which is C. Closing. We gotta close the date, you know? So how do we actually close? We bring her back home. What do we actually do? Most guys bring a girl back home and then they just turn on Netflix. And then what do? They pull a chair with their girl and then they sit across each other and then they both look at their laptop and they search Netflix and they just and then like basically have a screen playing and then they post this like this and then they look at screen and then they're like, and then they don't even do any physical touch, because you're watching something. You wouldn't just randomly touch her when she's looking something, you know? And it's fucking weird. You both just like this. But you know you didn't bring her back home to watch Netflix, you know? What you want is not watching Netflix. What we want is sex. So what are we gonna do? How to make a girl's guard so low that she'll do that with you? Now we're gonna have 2 items. The first item is light and the second item is a speaker. These 2 are the essential items that you must have at your home. So light, you can like choose this kind of light or the light like back there. So I think that is enough. That's super cheap. You just go on Amazon and then search like lights. For like bedroom lights, just search that, and then it'll be like a lot of options. That's like $5 or something like that. It's super cheap. And then you make the color like pink. So like this one, I can change it into pink. Yeah, and then it will just look super sexy. So you'll turn off all the lights and then just keep those 2. So basically it will look like this. So it will be dark with this pink glow. And this pink glow will make the girl feel like super romantic. And then what music do you actually play? The best music by far that I ever tried is R&B. So basically just go on YouTube and search R&B. Or I have a playlist down below that I use it every single time. And every single time the girl will be super turned on. So it will be linked in the description. If you're interested, just click on the link, alright? I'm gonna switch this back on. So after you turn the lights on, you turn the speaker on, and then maybe the AC, because sometimes it's kind of hot, and then you make it like super comfortable and romantic. You can start like playing with her. To this point, you must have hugged her already. So what do? You hug her again, like you just hug each other, and then you start playing with her. Like basically just hug her, and then like spin her around, like just start spinning, and then like start screaming, and then just play anything, just have fun, you know, like raise her up and then all that stuff. So now this is the greatest tip. Basically, pick her up and then basically like judo throw her onto your fucking bed. And then basically you go on bed with her and then hug her and then kiss her on the bed. Up to this point, it's basically done, but like sometimes the girl would just resist. Like girls got last minute resistance. Like some girls at the last moment, they'll say, we're not having sex tonight. But I couldn't say how to fix that on YouTube because that would definitely get me banned. So I put the rest of the stuff, like the more sexual stuff, on my paid course. So the same thing is the first link in my description. So if you think this video helped you, the course, it will help you like 10 times more. So if you're interested, first link in the description. Yeah, and this is everything for the video. If you think this video helped you, you can go down and like interact with the algorithm. Click like, comment, subscribe and all that stuff. Yeah, and thank you very much for your attention. Hope this helps, you know? Yeah.